Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, I'm Spirit Medium Laura, your host of this radio show. I've been channeling spirit for over 30 years and recently was chosen for the 2014 book, 100 Top Psychics in America. Here's how to LOVE love your readings on this radio show. L is for let spirit lead. O is for only one question or connection per caller. V is for validate all advice with a licensed professional. And E is for enjoy the show. Stay tuned for additional announcements. Hi, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura. So glad you could join us today. I just have a couple of announcements and then we'll get into the meat of the show. Today we will be focusing in on other side connections. That means connecting with those that have transitioned to the world of spirit. This show is 1 hour in length. For the first 10 to 15 minutes, I will be talking to you about something. Today will be an inspiration of sorts, which will be a meditation for grief. I will be providing a channeled meditation for grief, and that will happen shortly. So please continue to hold on for that. It should be very interesting. And then after that, about 10 to 15 minutes into the show, into the hour here, I will be doing the actual connections to the other side. Please don't reveal too much information. The number to get into the reading queue is area code 347-945-5849. There is a website for this show, which you can get some goodies. The website is spiritmediumtv.com. Item number 1A on that page allows you to get a big sale of a third off 30-minute session with me. Item number 1B on that website, spiritmediumtv.com, is a possibility for you to jump to the top of the queue by making a $5 donation, which goes in part to the Humane Foundation to help animals. Item number 2 on spiritmediumtv.com is a live feed, video feed of this show, and you can watch me live doing the readings, which is not terribly exciting, but nevertheless is there for you if you care to see that. Item number 3 on spiritmediumtv.com is an RSVP link to our development circle, which happens Monday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time after the radio show I do on Monday nights, which focuses in on both life readings. That means readings about your own life as well as connections to the other side. So every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for 1 hour, I do that radio show. You might also want to know that this coming Monday night's Playground, Intuitive Playground, that's our development circle nickname, I will be doing telepathy. Ooh, and remote influence, which is very exciting. And this past Monday that I just did the class, we had a couple of students in that class that did remote viewing, and we had a very successful session, I might add. Some people who were really not on point for connecting with their own inner gifts connected that evening quite amazingly. So if you're interested in developing your spiritual gifts, your psychic gifts, your spiritual technology, as I like to call it, just go ahead and tune into that class, that healing circle. So before I go into the inspiration for this afternoon, I'm going to go into a pre-inspiration. I just had a birthday yesterday, and somebody gave me this wonderful book called Messiah's Handbook by Richard Bach. And I'm just going to go randomly to any page. It's all filled with all kinds of interesting messages, and whatever page that comes up is the correct one for you to hear today. Okay, here we are. Isn't this exciting? The less you know about the game and the less you remember you're a player, the more senseless living becomes. Well, I guess the subtext, that's the whole statement. The less you know about the game and the less you remember you're a player, the more senseless living becomes. So remember that we're playing a game here on Earth. It's a game. It's a game of choice. It's a game of consciousness and awareness. It's a game of learning how to live in the moment of the game. And so here is a healing meditation which can help you play the game, because we all have choice. If you'd like to make the choice to heal from loss, this meditation can be helpful. It also is a good meditation if you want to use it to connect with your own guides, your own spiritual guidance, and get answers to questions you might have in your life. So what I'd like you to do is just find yourself a nice comfy location. I'd like you to sit back in your seat, uncross your arms and legs. Start to focus on your breath from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to relax and let go. Relax and let go. And as you continue to breathe from your abdominal area, I'd like you to gently begin to imagine that you have a private, beautiful garden. No one knows about this garden but you, and no one can enter this garden but you. There is a doorway to this garden that is hidden within a wall on your bedroom wall. You go there often at night. Go right through the doorway during your sleeping hours. So what I'd like you to do is imagine that it is nighttime right now, and that you are in a deep and restful sleep. And as you're in this sleep, your consciousness begins to peer out of your body. And as it peers up and out of your body, it looks back down at it. Your higher consciousness, your soul, has now left your physical body and is ready to take a little adventure, a little trip. You decide you would like to now go into your garden, and you very eagerly look for the entrance. Finally, you sense it. So go ahead, take a moment now, and find your entrance in your bedroom to your garden. Good. And now push through a little bit at the entrance. Push through. You might feel a little sponginess as you do so. That's good. You're moving into another dimension. And as you go through the portal to this other dimension, not only do you feel that sponginess, but you also enter a tunnel. And your tunnel is very exciting, for you know where it's going. It's going to another dimension, the dimension of your soul. Pay attention to this. What do you see as you go through your tunnel? Do you see light ahead of you? How do you feel? Do you feel dizzy? Do you feel happy? Do you feel light? Do you feel joyful? Do you have apprehension? Or do you just simply feel happy? As you explore your feelings, you move meteorically, mystically towards the end of the tunnel. And finally you arrive. There's a door in front of you. A beautiful door. Gently look at your door and make it your own. Okay, now open that door. Gently push forward on it. Now you can look into your own private garden. What do you see? Do you see flowers? Okay, what kind of flowers? Go up to one and try to smell it. Is it fragrant? What is its color? What else do you see in your garden? Is it a large garden or a small garden? Is there a field? Do you have mountains in the distance? Do you see an ocean off there in the distance? Is it simply a field filled with beautiful grass flowing in the wind? This is your garden. You may finish it any way you'd like right now. Good. As you finish the details on your garden, you notice there's a bench up ahead. A nice, beautiful bench. Go ahead, go to your bench and take a seat on it now. And for a moment, I'd like you to think of somebody in the spirit world that you would like to speak with. It could be a loved one that has transitioned, someone close to you, or it could be your own spiritual guide. Call that soul to you now and now ask for the answer to a problem you are trying to solve in your life right now. Ask your loved one in spirit or your spiritual guide this question. Good. You can also ask anything you want at this point. You can ask about a past life that you might have had, maybe how a past life relates to your current life, or a relationship you have in your current life. You might want to ask why you're in a situation, what you're supposed to learn from it, how you can release that situation, how to increase your prosperity or find your purpose. Whatever you ask, be sure to make a note of it. The answer. Good. Now you can stay in your garden as long as you'd like, and you may do this exercise as much as you'd like. The more you do it, the better you will get. Now it is time to go back into the room you were in. So just take a deep breath or two, enjoying that feeling of deep knowing and relaxation that you now have and carry back with you. You are back in our reality with a new realization, a new sense of deep, profound peace, joy, and balance. God bless. Okay, so you can play this back anytime you'd like. It's a little meditation. You can use it to get in touch with loved ones. Maybe you want to ask them what kind of sign or symbol they're using to communicate with you. Maybe you want to set up a sign or symbol. Maybe you just simply want to have a visit with them so you can help in alleviating some of your grief. You can also use it, as mentioned earlier, to talk to your guides about any life question you might have. I just heard the rumbling of lightning outside my house. I'm broadcasting from within my home office. So if I get cut off, as I put in the chat room, Susie B will, if she's available, will talk to you and she'll say, Laura will be back, or she's not because she's actually in the middle of doing something else today. If she's not able to, just remember I will come back into the show either by redialing through Skype or just using a phone connection. Okay, so I believe we have a donation from Susie B. And if anybody wants to jump to the top of the queue, you may go to spiritmediumtv.com and make a donation. For $5, you jump to the top of the queue. Otherwise, just wait in the queue. I try to get to as many people as I can. Okay, Susie, I'm coming to you. Hi, honey.
Okay, Laura.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How are you, love?
I am doing okay. I got a good, clean bill of health from the doctor today, so that's a positive.
Wow, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. Everybody listening, Susie has had a very severe illness and is now recuperating from that. So it's great news, darling. Great news.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and thank you again for helping out and with this show. It's truly appreciated so much.
Sure.
Is there anything you want to announce?
I'm glad that I got home in time.
I am too. Yeah.
Anyway, I do want to announce something, and it's going to, and you are not expecting this, but it is definitely going to plug your class. Laura's classes are excellent. She's very well organized in her class, and she has nice tools, and we do practicing, and it's just a really wonderful, wonderful class. Very, very much worth the time and the money to come into the class. So I would highly recommend it. Anybody that's looking to learn about psychic or mediumship, it definitely helps to develop your skills.
Thank you, Susie.
Definitely recommend that.
Thank you, honey. I didn't. By the way, everybody, I didn't ask her to say that. Be honest with you, it's a nice small class, and that's. I like to keep it that way. I don't want it to be overrun so much. But thank you, sweetheart. It's nice to get that feedback. Now, but rather let me just pull in some. Let me just see something. We brought in your. I think it was your uncle last time, and I think your mother was in. Is there something?
I need some loving messages, because that's just what I need today.
All right. Well, let's see what we got. Okay. I think your mother is here. We've brought her in so many times. Let me just see if there's anybody else. Now, your mother has an older sister, honey? Your mother?
No, my mom was the oldest. She had a sister that passed 9 months after she was born.
Okay, because what I just heard is your aunt, and then I heard older sister, which meant that your mother's the older sister then to the aunt. Okay, let's see if she wants to come.
Or I'm the oldest sister, and I have 2 sisters.
No, it was in relation to your aunt. So I heard you have an aunt, which is your mother's sister, but then I also heard older sister, so that meant your mother's the older sister then. Thank you. Okay, hold on for a second. Okay. She's a lovely person. That's the first thing I want to say. I see her. Now, they can show at any time in their life, as you know. I see for some reason or other, maybe you can make a little sense of this to me, but a lot of fluffy hair on the top of the head for some reason. Like as if there's more hair there. It could mean she just pulled the bottom back or what have you, but there's a lot of fluff at the top of the head. And she's also, I don't know how to interpret this, but in the middle of that beautiful fluffy hair, she has a candle burning, like a birthday candle. So either she's saying happy birthday to me, because I had a birthday yesterday, or she has a birthday around this time of the year. Do you understand, please?
Yes, her birthday was July 13th on this earth plane.
Isn't that fabulous? So she cares to acknowledge her own birthday, but also mine, and that's one of the reasons why she wants to show that first. Thank you, Aunt. You're doing a great job of communicating. She laughs a little bit. She's got a little bit of a pointed nose, a little pointed when she smiles. It's not a big nose, though, for a face. A little smaller than your mother's nose, actually. And it's small, but when she smiles, it just points down a little bit, if you know what I mean. High cheekbones, and nice face, nice looking face, and the eyebrows are kind of like half moons over the eyes, similar to what I had seen in your mother's face, these eyes. Your mother has a little bit stronger nose, though, I'll just say that much. She's a little bit smaller, it seems, than your mother also in height. Understand, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Very petite, she says by nature, too. She says she didn't like to get into people's ways or into their business. She liked to always carry on about her own business and not bother other people that much. She says you're very studious, my dear. You're very studious. You're learning a lot about life right now. She loves you very much. She also seems to indicate she has a son under her on Earth. Do you understand? A cousin for you from this aunt, please.
Don't know.
How come you wouldn't know if this aunt had a son on Earth, darling?
Well, because I'm not picking up that it's the same aunt. I have my aunt that is not on my mother's side. She's in spirit.
Okay, well, we just had an aunt tell us it was her birthday. We had an aunt give us a description that was physical. The hair was fluffier on the top of her head. Then she puts a candle in there to say happy birthday to me and to show her birthday. She gives us her nose, her eyes, as you all agreed to, and now you're not sure who it is. So I don't know. I'm confused.
No. My mom's birthday is July 13th. So I was thinking that my mom was.
Yeah, this is all really...
Happy birthday to me.
Okay, why are you thinking it's not your mother's younger sister then? That's what I don't understand. Because I thought we had...
Because she passed when she was 9 months old.
Oh, okay.
She was just a baby.
Okay, so she said she was petite and smaller than your mother, and that's what she meant by that. Okay. And she said she didn't like to get into other people's business much. Interesting. Okay, hold on for a second. Let me reconnect. Now, why did you say that the hair fluffier in the front of the head made sense to you, sweetheart?
Because my mom used to wear her hair like that, and so did my mom's aunt.
Your mom's aunt. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on for a second, love. Maybe it's your mom's aunt.
Aunt Rosie.
Okay, so did she have a smaller nose and was a bit more petite than your mother?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so then she could have just simply had the candle there to say happy birthday to me, and or bring out the fact that your mother had a birthday as well.
Yeah.
Now, does she have a son, Aunt Rosie?
Yes.
Okay. And does she tend to keep to herself and not get into other people's business? Do you know that? Okay. All right. Well, let's see that. Let's go with that.
In other people's business.
Interesting. Well, you know, that's cute that she says it that way. Okay. So we have I'm pretty sure we have Aunt Rosie here. I also see a little bit different about her body, a little bit more about the body. That there's a little bit of a stomach on her. I said she has a smaller nose than your mom, but there is a little bit of a hook to it. Okay. And there's these arched brows, like half moon eyebrows over the head. She also has dark circles under her eyes. I hope you can understand that, please. Do you understand dark circles under Aunt Rosie? Okay, the cheeks, looks like she lived in a more advanced age. The cheeks are a little bit fuller in the jawline, and then like as if they're hanging a little bit, so they filled in or fleshier around the jawline. Do you understand, please, for Aunt Rosie?
Yes.
Okay. And she shows me another hairstyle now as well, where it's fluffy everywhere. It's on the shorter side. It has a little bit of a wave to it, and it's in the whiter or grayer realm, if you will. I think you might understand that as well. I also see her seated. So she's seated in the vision she's giving me. She moves to a more advanced age, and it looks like she lived to quite an advanced age by the expression on her face. So advanced that I would say she might have had a little bit problem with cognitive abilities and also mobility. Do you understand, please, for Aunt Rosie?
Yes.
Okay. Well, she wants to send you her love. Okay. She's going to give you the loving message, if you don't mind, because we can't keep bringing in the same souls, because then it becomes meaningless after a while. Okay. So is that okay, honey? May I do that?
Sure.
Okay. There's also a brother I think she had, so that would mean you have an uncle. I also hear Uncle Bob. Do you understand Uncle Bob or Robert, please?
No.
Okay.
Uncle Frankie is her brother.
Okay. Well, there is a Bob in your life, and so it may be a message about that. Let's go, because you may have combined the uncle, and then she gives him the name Bob. Okay, the Bob. So let's see what she wants to say about Bob. He's not going to bother you much more, she says. She says he does care for you very much. You have to understand that, which would buoy your spirits a lot, she says, because it's always important to love yourself first, my love. She says it's always important to love yourself first. And know that all those problem people around you that are always haunting you or hurting you or hanging on you for support, they really love you very much. And each time that happens, always put that in your head first and give yourself courage for that. Because that action of yours, that altruistic, loving part of you, is not going to be overlooked and is not overlooked by all of us here. We see this. We see right through this. We know that you love these people and that all your actions come from love. And so if people bother you and upset you and do this and that, always remember they are needy and they love you. And always give from the heart. Now, don't overdo it, of course, she says, but I just want to give you courage for yourself. I want to applaud you for your efforts so that you can feel good about yourself and know that everything you do is making a difference, even if you don't see it right now. And that is our loving message to you today. God bless.
God bless. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Okay, so that was a composite message of different people in spirit for you, but I did want to bring her in as a specific and unique soul because she was there to say hello. And she's doing something kind of cute right now, and then I'm going to let you go and go on to the next person. Kind of cute. Okay, now I can see what you mean about her personality. She's going, like she's having a little bit of a fuss or a little bit of she's going, now you just get about your business, go about your business. And she's giving you like a push out the door, or a big hug and a kiss, and then a push out the door. Go off and do your thing. So I can see what you mean about the boisterous personality. But she says she wants to go back to that thing about being in other people's business. She says, I do stand corrected. I did like to get into other people's business, but I never thought that I would. But I never thought I was out of line. She says it was meaningful for me to do so, just as I'm doing so now. Coming to you and getting into your business to tell you how much you are loved and appreciated.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
All right, sweetie. God bless, honey. Bye.
God bless you, dear.
Okay. Bye-bye, love. Okay. And so let me just double check the donation queue, make sure that there's no donations I'm overlooking, and indeed there is one. Okay, Francine, I will be with you in a moment. Hopefully you left your phone number. Good. If anybody wants to get into the donation queue, please do so by going to spiritmediumtv.com. And item number 1B on that page allows you to make a $5 donation, which goes to the Humane Foundation in part to help the welfare of animals. Okay, coming to you, Franny, right? Did I get that right, honey?
Yes, Franny is fine.
Oh.
Hello, thank you, Laura. I'm so happy to talk to you.
And I to talk with you as well, Franny. I noticed that you're from Illinois. I didn't see the city. Is that Chicago, or what part of Illinois are you from, honey?
Yes, it's suburban Chicago. It's Evanston, Illinois. Just right out, right outside Chicago.
Sure, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for calling in today, and thank you so much for your donation. It will be most appreciated by those animals. Okay, so what so what I'm going to do is make a connection to the other side for you. With your permission, may I do so?
Yes, please.
Okay. And the first thing I do feel around you as I was talking, I like to have a little chat or a patter in the beginning because it actually lets the soul pop in. I feel that there is a male to you that's in spirit. And now, of course, we always have father figures, mother figures, all that. The first one that comes in is this father type figure for you. I'm going to just wait a second, see if he wants to develop or if there be somebody else. 1 second, please, Franny. Yeah. Okay. So I do see a person. I don't know if this is a father figure actually, and I don't even know if this is somebody in spirit because of the age of this individual. But it feels like a younger person, and I actually see light hair, blonde hair. So this means you either have a son yourself, or you have a grandson, or there's a younger male that's either in spirit or just on Earth in the family. But I do, from going from the father figure, I get this blonde, tow-headed little boy who's about 2-3 years old. Do you understand this in any way, please?
Not at all. I have grandchildren, but they're not blonde at all.
Okay, but you do have a male grandchild, yes?
Yes.
Oh, 2 of them. Okay, fine. All right. All right. Well, that I don't know why whoever's in spirit cares to show me a younger child that's on Earth. That's the first thing. And the color of the hair could be light brown. I don't want to go more about that. I just see. Actually, I could probably be seeing it even a younger age when there's no hair yet or not much hair. But I would just leave the hair out of the picture, and there's a young male for you on Earth. Let me see who this is. Hold on. I wish I could get the picture, sir. Okay, here he is. Okay, so there's a gentleness to the energy of a male person that steps forward. There's a sweetness and a kindness to him. I do feel that he's from an older generation to you, which would mean, a father figure or somebody in the family is older in that respect. There's a fleshiness to the face, as if the face is aged a bit. Not a lot of lines as much as just the skin droops a little bit and hangs a little bit. The nose is a little bit on the wider side. This person did wear glasses at some point or often. I don't know. All I know is I see glasses right now. And the forehead does have lines on it. Did I say that? Did I say I saw hair? I do see hair that's on the wider side. It looks a little disheveled. And this person, there's a quietness to his energy and a softness to his energy. He also displays himself in a plaid shirt that has, what do they call that, brushed cotton feel to it, as if he lived in a colder climate. Well, of course, you're in Illinois, so somebody near you probably did, but also that he lives more of a suburban or more country life, at least in the image he's giving me right now. There's a casualness to the personality and to the clothing, if you will. See if there's anything else it wants to present. Seems to be something religious about this person. And I can't really quite put my finger on it if it's Judaic background or what that is. But I'll just leave it alone because it's not very clear to me. Okay. Now, there's nothing else that he's presenting, not illness, nothing. I'm not getting anything else except a softness to his personality and a brief description of what he looks like. From what I'm telling you, can you pinpoint this person in any way, please? Have they given you enough information?
I'm not quite clear.
Okay.
On this one.
Okay. Now, so rather than me spend a lot of time fussing around, is there somebody that you want to speak with?
Actually, yes. His name is Andrew, and he was my husband on this earth plane.
Okay.
He's passed for a few years.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to just call him in and see if he might fit what I just did, because I can't really tell, right now what the heck that was all about. I don't have enough information. Let's see. Andrew, do you want to come in, sweetheart? Okay, the first thing I get from Andrew, and this usually comes from souls that are still trying to communicate, or learn how to communicate, is if in the chest area I have a lot of tightness, as if there was something going on there health-wise for this person. That could mean problem in breathing, or it could mean heart failure. I don't know more than that just now. Hold on one moment, please. And actually, I don't know what your age is, but I don't feel a lot of age to this person. He feels more in his middle years, but he's very vital and looking young for his age. I see darker hair on this person. Do you understand younger, like maybe 30s, 40s for him? Well, I'm sure even if he lived to an older age, he may be showing me at that age, so you don't need to answer that. But I do see the hair color was originally in the darker realm, like a dark brown. Do you understand dark brown for this person's hair, please?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you understand the chest area, please, for any illness or any ailment or anything that might have happened to him physically, please?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
And there's a few other things he wants to show me. Something about the way he shows me this picture of himself is kind of unusual. Something about this picture, I don't know what to do with it, and that's why I'm hesitating to say anything, because it's so off the cuff. Let me see how I can couch this for you. Hold on. It's like as if he's showing me something about him and his personality. Okay, maybe I can make it this way. There's a voraciousness to his personality. It's almost as if he had, like, when they say in sales, a killer instinct or something like that. Very strong-willed, strong personality. And some might have thought of him maybe like as if he had killer instinct. I'll say it to you that way. So the way you might interpret that is this person, your husband, your husband who's in spirit, did he have a very strong personality, and do people really take him very seriously, please?
Yes, I would say yes on both accounts.
Okay. And then, now let me just add to that image, because it was so unusual. It might have some significance. It actually shows me himself as a dinosaur, a Paleolithic creature, like as if his mouth has these teeth coming out, and he's, he went more from the physical human to this other version of himself. I have no idea what to do with that other than to give it to you, because it might have some significance somewhere along the line. Does that make any sense to you, Franny?
I will have to think about that one.
I know. It's kind of strange. So he says, I had a killer instinct for business. Yes, it was pretty good at that.
Yes.
Okay, pretty good at that. I was
very salesman. Yes, he was a salesman.
Okay, good. Because usually that's in sales. They say killer instinct. He says, I had a Paleolithic temperament. I was a go-getter. Okay, I don't know what that means, Paleolithic temperament, but we'll have to look that up later. I was a go-getter, and no one got in my way. Once I went going for something, I always got what I wanted, including you, Franny, including you. He says, I went for you in a big way. I loved you. I love you. He says, I'm sorry I had to leave so quickly. I'm sorry I left Earth earlier than my time. He says, in part, that was due to my voracious appetite for life. The way I was a driver type, driver personality. He says, I drove myself a little too hard and a little too fast. He says, now I don't know if he literally means driving a car too fast, so I'll just add that layer in, or if just he means symbolically he was too much of a, in the driver's seat in his life and maybe caused a lot of stress physically to his frame, to his physicality, if you will. But I feel this could be either way. I can't pick it up just yet. But he also wants to say something about that to you. Let me see if I can pick up the thread, because I almost lost it. Hold on. I drove too fast in my life, even through you and your life. I drove through our life too fast. He says, if it weren't for me and my driving too fast, I mean the way I lived, not driving a car, he says, we would have gotten along better and I would have stayed on Earth longer. There's a sense by that comment of perhaps you might have telling him to slow down or not drive so fast in terms of his personality. Do you understand, please?
Yes, I can totally relate to that. Yeah, in a form of that. Yes.
Yeah, and it's a form of it. It's not literally. It's just like as if you might have said to him over and over again, just take it easy. Don't go so fast. Don't drive so hard. Don't try so hard. Everything's going to be fine. He also seems to make it. He said literally that there was maybe caused a little bit of unrest between the two of you. Maybe you disagreed about that from time to time. He says, but generally we did get along very well. He says, and that's only because of you, Franny. Because of you and your kind temperament putting up with me. He says, all those years of nonsense that I put you through. Oh, God. Now, that would suggest that you're with him for a while. Were you with him for a while, honey?
Oh, yes, many, many years.
Okay. So you're the one he wants to like, and the reason that you got along so well, each of you together, is because of you, that you were the peacemaker. He says, I was the rough one, you were the peacemaker. And he likens himself almost to a little bit of a monster, but perhaps that's tongue-in-cheek, if you will. Now there's under you a sense of a male, which means that there's a boy under you. I know you have grandchildren, but do you also have a son, please? Because I feel there's a son under you.
No son-in-laws, but no son.
Okay. So then maybe it's just the son-in-laws. I don't know who that is, but I will just acknowledge that. What else? Okay, I just want to. So, is there anything you want to ask him, honey, before I go on to the next caller? Well, actually, what I like to do now is go to a personal message, and then we'll give you a chance to say something, Franny. I'm sorry for that. Hold on one second. Do you want to say anything? There's also a G name like George coming in. It could be anybody in the family, anybody you know, friend, anybody. I'll just give that to you. Hold on. I just want to say I love you, Franny, and I want to applaud you for all the hard work you've done all the years putting up with me. He says, for that you have a wonderful family now. You have something to show for all those years of hard labor in the field with me as your husband. He says, I'm sorry again I had to leave Earth so suddenly and so soon. He says, it was my own doing. Now I understand that. And that's part of his life review. In other words, realizing that if he hadn't been such a driver personality, he might have been able to live longer. There's a sense of cancer and illness there. Not so much heart attack, but more of a cancer illness. Do you understand that, please?
Well, he wasn't diagnosed at the time he passed, but, who's to know on that?
Okay. What do you know he passed from then?
He passed from chest compression. Something fell on him. So definitely the tightness in the chest, but something big and huge fell on him and kind of crushed him.
Oh, okay. Hold on one second, please. That's interesting. Was he in the wrong place at the wrong time then? Or because there's something about him being a driver that pushed him to this situation. And I have to say that.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't thought out how it happened. It kind of was not the correct circumstance, and when this thing fell on him, maybe it could have been averted if he would have taken another pathway, maybe something like that.
Yeah, because he's telling me that and he's saying it again in the back of my head, that there's this action he was taking that put him there. Okay? Action he was taking that put him there. Wrong place, wrong time, and that's one of the reasons why he deceased so quickly. It left Earth before his time. Now go ahead, honey, what were you going to say?
Just the one question I wanted to ask him, and any message or concerns to his brother Ira, who is going through a hard time now.
Okay, and then his brother younger than him? Is he a younger brother?
No, older.
Okay,
older
all right. All right, hold on. I think that was the thing I thought was your son. I think that's the male. Let's just go to Ira and see what's going on with Ira. He's saying, I don't want to talk about Ira right now. He'll know what to do. Your husband has this interesting personality. It's almost like he'll do what he needs to do. I don't want to talk about him. It's not my responsibility anymore. He knows what to do. He'll do the right thing. Don't worry about him so much, Franny. He'll do the right thing. So for some reason or other, your husband cares to just brush that aside. Okay? Almost as if it's not of concern to him anymore. And there's also a sense of as if he's a little frustrated with Ira. As if maybe this happened more than once, or Ira created his own. Let's say it's like this, like as if Ira created his bed, and now he needs to figure out how to solve the problem himself. Okay? So I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, sweetheart, other than what I'm giving you. But he's got a little bit of a sense of frustration about it. Okay, my dear?
All right. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it.
Thank you, Franny.
Really, really do.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you. Have a lovely day.
Thanks, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. Let me just double check the queue for donations before I go to the phone lines. Yep, okay, we're good. All right, I'm going to be going to Yvette, who's been waiting quite a while. Hello, Yvette. How are you today?
I'm doing well, yourself?
I'm doing well, honey. Have you ever called before? No, I don't think you have.
No, I haven't.
No, you have not. And I do feel a female to you in spirit, female presence. Feels motherly in nature, which could mean a grandma or an aunt or your own mother. I'm not quite sure. Even a sister that's motherly. Let me see here. Usually a sister, though, would come in as lateral energy unless she's older than you.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
my mother.
There's a few females, though. Let me see which one I can...
Yeah.
Yeah, of course there are. We all have a number of females in spirit. Let me hold on to that. I want to pull in one, hopefully the one that's energetically closest to you. There's a sense of this person, very sweet person, very sweet, a sense of this person with a lot of ornateness around her. And I'll have to give you details. I will give you details. There's a sense, first of all, she's carrying a little weight on her body. She's not very tall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She also shows me herself with angel wings on the back of her head and neck, like as if she's an angel, and she has a little bit of a halo over her head. That's that ornateness. It was like as if it was wings or flowers around her, beautiful flowers around her. She says, just, I'm in heaven now and I'm with God, and she laughs a little bit. She's got, her hair is interesting, and they can show at any time in their life, or if she wore a wig or if she dyed her hair, whatever. The hair predominantly right now is a darker color, like black, almost, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like as if it's parted in the middle, or it's coming from the middle down, like they used to call that an artichoke haircut, where it kind of comes down and kind of, there's bangs and there's layering into the sides. This hairstyle she's showing me today. Yeah, and actually the hair looks really, nice, very pretty, kind of youngish style, because the face is a little bit older than the hairstyle would suggest. Okay, and I see a wider nose. I see a more advanced age on the face. The cheeks are fuller, a wider nose, and yeah, I see a medium complexion. She's not real dark, and she's got a few little things on her cheek, like freckles to maybe little tiny moles. Okay, little tiny freckles. They're very, very small, just a little bit here and there. Her eyes are a little bit close set, and they look a little tired today, her eyes, a little bit tired today. She's trying to give you an image of herself. Interesting. when she's saying, when I wasn't baking or cooking in the kitchen, I'm giving you an image of a day that I felt very tired towards the end, and she shows me a heaviness of breath. So she's having labored breathing, difficulty breathing, and in the end, this ending time of her life, now the hair does show as light or whiter. Okay, more light or wider. And there's I have to say that other thing looked like it could have been a wig or something. It didn't really look, unless it was very treated and very styled. But now it's more like a natural look, and there's like a little bit of braiding, and there's a little bit of white hair. She's just, yeah. So, and so do you understand this then for your mother or somebody that you know in spirit from the description I've given you? Okay. She says, I was a very she liked to cook and bake because she also brought that in. But then she shows me herself as towards the end sicker and in bed, not feeling well, labored breathing. She says, I was okay around the house for many years alone, but then I got ill, and you had to do something to help me. And she also suggests that there was hospitalization involved, at least towards the end, in and out, or some kind of medical care was required. So she's just telling us, she's on her own for a while, and then towards the end she needed medical care, and that you, Yvette, you were very instrumental in helping out. Do you understand, please?
Yes. I do.
She thanks you so much for that. There's also a sense of an animal that was, I don't know, left behind. I think one that you may have had to take care of for her. Do you understand an animal that she had?
Not right off.
Okay. Well, I see. Let me just say what I see. I see a dog, and I also see a cat. So, do you have a dog and a cat yourself?
Not anymore, no.
Oh, okay. So then they're in spirit with her. Okay, they're in spirit with her. Okay. So that's what she's showing us, the dog and the cat around her. I thought it meant that that you had to take care of them for her, but she's giving me the sense of you, the animals, and her all at the same time. So the animals are yours, and they're in spirit, and they're with her. Okay, thank you, Mom. She says, I love you very much. And she's chuckling a little bit. She says, thanks for listening to me here. She says, I do carry on for you and the family. Don't think I've left you. She says, what you did for me in the memorial was very much appreciated by me. The way you mentioned my name and all the things you did for me. She says, you went above and beyond what I would have ever dreamed was possible. And even all the people that came for me, she says, to say goodbye. She says, I was very flattered by that. She said, I had no idea that I touched the lives of so many people. She says, but it wouldn't have happened that way if it weren't for you and your kind attention to detail. Do you understand, please, Yvette?
I do.
Yeah. She really wants to say thank you so much for that. And I have a sense of her being cremated versus buried. Do you understand, please?
Not that part.
Okay. Well, I have a sense of cremation. So there's somebody's ashes you're holding in your home. Do you understand, please?
No, not the part.
Okay. I don't know what that is then. Okay. Okay. Well, let me just say, Yvette, honey. Yvette, come back, sweetheart. I'm sorry if I confused you.
I'm here.
Let the record state. I have a sense of cremation and ashes. Maybe they're not in your home yet. Maybe there's somebody who you will get, or maybe there are ashes somewhere. But I have to always honor everything. I guess I don't know where that fits in. But let's not belabor that. Let's just honor it. Just as the ad dog and the cat. We didn't know who those were, but then we plugged them in. It made sense. She says, I'm very fond of all the changes that you've made in your home. And with yourself and your lifestyle. And she's also saying something about you having made some very big changes in your life lately, that she's very proud of you, that you had the courage to make the changes because they were very needed for your well-being. Do you understand, please?
I do.
Okay. And she's very proud of you. She's very, very proud of you because it takes a lot of courage to do what you did. A lot of courage. Okay. Pick up and leave like you did and create a new home for yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so she loves you very much, sweetheart, and that is her personal message to you. God bless, love, and have a wonderful day, Yvette. Thank you for joining our mailing list as well, honey.
Thank you. Could I ask one question?
Sure, go ahead.
Yes. I don't know. Is there a way that she is aware of a person that just came back into my life, that she knew of him a very long time ago?
Well, we can try, but it's almost as if you planted the thought in my mind. So what we're going to have to do is go to a level deeper and see if there's any evidence she can give us that goes beyond me or just saying yes or no, because that's very easy for me to say, right? But I think no. She's got to give us the evidence. But I also want to say to you that part of the big changes you made in your life was ending another relationship, an older relationship, and that's why you were able, and that's already her pre on the subject. In other words, she's applauding you for having the courage to have left that situation, which was a relationship, which was very unhealthy for you. Okay, that
a marriage of 18 years.
Yes, and that she's so proud of that for you, and that's pre-answering your question. See, she was already foreshadowing that. So let me see about the new person. Okay, Mom?
Yeah. This person's from my childhood, so she.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm sure she knows about it. Just hold on for a second. She doesn't, well, first of all, she says she doesn't want you, if she has an opinion, to jump into anything too quickly. She says it's better to just let yourself have some time out for now. She says, but he is a good guy for you in the long run. But don't move too quickly on it. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right, honey. Thank you, Yvette. Take care, sweetheart.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay, so we are going to now move to... let me just look here. It looks like this person, Rolina, needs to be spoken to. Hello, Rolina. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing fine, honey. Thank you for joining our mailing list. And by the way, if anybody wants to join, just go to the upper right of spiritmediumtv.com, and there you can join the mailing list, learn about what's going on here in Spirit Medium Lauraland. And so we're here to do connections to the other side, Rolina. I'm sure you're aware of that, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and I do feel a male presence to you. I'm going to develop it further. Hold on. A father figure in the family for years, but not actually a father, more close to you, though, than a father could ever be. He's here for you, watching over you from heaven. He says he's been around you for some time. He never left you. Let's see what else he can get around you. So what I'm saying is that there's a father to you, but he's not like he might have been a stepfather or just a friend of the family, that kind of.
He was my foster dad.
Okay, perfect. And he wants to say he's been away for a while. In other words, this transition happened a while, and that's relative, of course. But he says he's always been watching out for you. He never let you go. Let me see what I can get on him physically or any other way. He might, a couple of different things coming in. One of the things is a sense of, I guess because he was your foster father, but it gives me an image that, I don't think he really looked like this, but he's got a benignness to him, a little bit of a stomach. He's showing me himself with a beard, and there's a roundness to his figure. So what if he was not literally looking like that, I would say that maybe he's trying to liken himself to like a Santa Claus, like, you know, as you said, a foster father. So then he would be like somebody comes in as a benign influence father figure, but he looks a little rounded. Do you understand roundness for his figure, please?
He was tall. I don't know if he was so well. He might have had some weight in his stomach, but he was tall.
Okay. And I don't see the height on him. I just see the roundness.
I don't think he ever had a beard.
Okay. And who was that other voice? There was somebody else there. Is there someone on the phone with you? Is there somebody else there?
No.
Oh, that was interesting. I heard another voice overshadow yours. Interesting. Do you have a sister?
Wow. I do. Alive, yes.
Yes. It was almost as if I was hearing her voice as if she was in this with us. That's interesting. Let us step aside for a moment. So let's just say he's trying to show himself as a benign father figure like a Santa Claus. That's just what that is. There's also something about a bird. So that he had a bird or somebody had a bird, but I see a bird. It looks like a parakeet or a parrot of some sort. Or he just liked birds, but something significant about a bird pops into the vision he's giving me. Can you frame the bird in any way for yourself, please, at this time?
No bird.
Okay, I want you to just hold on to that because it might have some significance later. So, because it's very clear, this picture of a bird there. Last time I saw a bird like that, the person loved animals. That showed me a bird like that. So you may just like animals.
He loved horses, yes.
Okay. Well, now, why you would show a bird? And it's a parrot. It's a parrot. And it's like a macaw or a bird that lives to a longer lifespan. So there's something about that that's significant. I have no idea how or why just now, but we will honor it because it may fit in. One time I saw grandfather pop in dressed like a cowboy and say he was from the West, and his family name was West. So sometimes, literally I see a bird, but it may have some other meaning. We just honor that we saw that. Let me just go on, honey. There's a sense of to his body and his frame. Hold on. Okay, what do you want to say, Dad, about yourself? Okay, first of all, he loves you very much still. He's always watching out for you. He's like your guardian angel. He wants to say that. Or like your Santa Claus. And then he gives me a deep laugh. He says, I was trying to get physical things about the health or whatever that took his passing, but he goes back and forth on that. Hold on, I want to hone in a bit. Something around the heart. Okay, I've gotten a likening to the heart area or heart issues a few different ways. Do you understand heart issues first, foster father, please, or you don't know?
Well, as far as I know, he died of colon cancer.
Okay. Well, there's something about the heart also that he gives me. It's interesting because he gave me heart palpitations. Then he said cancer of the heart, and I'm thinking, well, he must be talking about the heart. He said cancer. Okay, leave that alone. He just wants to say hello. He just wants to pop in today, just to give you that sense of benevolence, that feeling that somebody's looking out for you and somebody's always with you, and that you're not alone, my dear Rolina, in your life. You're not alone, and that you'll never be alone. I will always watch out for you from the heavens above. He says, okay, there's a mother there, mother figure for you as well. And he says,
yeah.
He says, your mother is with me. Now, I don't know if that means your biological mother or your foster mother or
no, my foster mother.
Okay, she's with him as well, and we have other family members here as well. There is a sibling.
Yeah.
There's a sibling to you also that's there. That would mean sister or brother. I don't know who it is. There's somebody there with him that's a sibling of yours. Your brother, okay. And we're all looking out for you. Now, he wants to go into a personal message about why he keeps saying why we're looking out for you is that we're trying to help you make the right decision right now as you go through a life transition. You're moving from one phase of your life to another where there's significant choices that need to be made. He says you're going to make all the right decisions. Don't hesitate. In the direction you're already thinking of moving is the right direction for you. It seems to have something to do with your health. Do you understand, please, Rolina?
My health. I've been exercising a little bit more. I try to watch what I eat. Try to keep a balance.
Are you making a life transition now? Are you going through a transition from one type of a life to another, or something different changing in your life? That's what he's saying.
Well, I think just becoming more of a solid person for myself, being true to myself, and making I guess I look at life a lot differently than I used to.
Okay. And there's something about your new choices that is very healthy for you. That's what he means. Okay.
Okay, well, my real sister just came to stay with me, and that could be it because she left about a week ago, and that could be what he was talking about because I felt like I was walking around on eggshells around her, and that was a really good choice for her to leave.
Okay, and now she's back again.
She's back again?
You said
no, not in my house.
Oh, I thought you just said that she came back to live with you. So she left living with you, and that's the choice that you made, and that's healthier for you. So that's your transition. Okay, yeah. Thank you. So that it gives you a lot more health. And he's very happy about that for you.
90 seconds.
He feels that was the right choice for you. Okay, and it's interesting that I thought I heard a sister's voice on the phone line earlier, which is an interesting thing. How it all fits together, isn't it interesting? And he's laughing a little bit. Do you understand what I mean? Earlier in our conversation, I thought I heard your sister's voice on the phone line, and then the transition that he's talking about is that you let her go, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it all fits together. And now he's laughing.
60 seconds.
He's laughing a little bit, and he says, "A little birdie told me so," and he laughs. So he goes back to the bird. Okay, so that's what he wants to. All right, honey. So I want to thank you so much for calling in today, Rolina. And by the way, everybody, this is all recorded, so you can always listen back, because when we do other side,
Can I ask a question?
Well,
Ask a question?
very fast, honey, because the show's over. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, about going back to the transition, I'm trying to get a business off the ground, but I'm going to have to do it out of pocket. And
what's the question, honey? The show's about over. What is the question, love? Should you do it out of pocket?
Well, I just wanted, I want to be able to know when I'm going to be able to make that come.
10 seconds.
When you'll be able to have the business work for you. Hold on for a second. It'll work for you very well. You don't need to wait that long. And I also hear the words, what are you waiting for? Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Strike while the iron is hot. You've got to get going on this right now. So don't hold off on it. It feels like something that you've been waiting to do for a long time. Now is the time to begin.
I'm waiting for the money. Yeah, I'm waiting for the money. Okay, well, thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. The money will be there for you, love. As a matter of fact, I think as soon as you start to do it, even without the money will seem to arrive very quickly thereafter. It's like as if the universe is waiting for you to take that step, okay?
Okay,
thank
you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. And if you would like a private one-on-one session, just go to spiritmediumtv.com, and item number 1A allows you to get a third off a 30-minute session. Thank you all. Looking forward to working with you and seeing you all again Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. God bless.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.